Hello and welcome to Cracking the Cryptic. So today I'm going to have a go at the Independence Cryptic crossword and we'll just see how we go with it. So here we go. Now, gent, little short beds, elderly, rich, blonde. No, don't know what that is. One down. Corset glue coming unstuck. So that's an anagram, surely. Where Taylor didn't finish stitching is... Ooh, corset glue. I can't see that. Two down. Introduce law to reduce sugar. No, not seeing that either. Capturing a bit of noise, probably the letter N. Audio equipment is on. Ears, earns, doesn't quite work. 11 across. Oh, 11 across and 6 across. 5-7. 6 McRae's, 1 mixed grill. So it looks like an anagram of 6 McRae's, 1. And I can't see what that is either. Bit of a struggle to start with. 14. Old court hero, ultimately identifiable by cigar droppings. Well, we're in the middle of Wimbledon, and that's Arthur Ashe. Ashe with the letter E from identifiable. Is that going to help with this anagram? Corset glue. No, still not seeing that. Sorry, Ned, I'm Brian, remember. So that's an anagram of Ned, I'm Brian, and it means remember. Bear in mind. Let's have a look at 9. And that says, business finally failing to work for musicians. No, don't know. Right, let's go to the bottom. 17 down. Pub in difficulty. Keeping separate hot food. I think that's rhubarb. If you've got a bar. Well, where I got that from was the difficulty being rub. And if you put H and bar in that separately, you get rhubarb. Rotten dessert, eating 3 as starter. Pud. Putrid. Try is the starter of the word, of words meaning 3. Okay. 18 down. Embarrassed where to put uniform for debut. Embarrassed is normally red, isn't it? But in debt. Yes. You put uniform, the letter U, into debt and you get debut. 24. Unit of housing, block let, £1 down. Not really sure what sort of unit of housing we're talking about there. 23. Poet's inclusion of metaphorous certainty. Horace is hidden in that phrase. 22. Weigh a dung beetle. That's a door, D-O-R. Goes around upside down. I kind of want that to be mowed though. A road, so door goes around A, so it's A that dung beetle goes around. Right, discuss young toff, that's a Deb, at Eton, losing tongue, and that means discuss, debate. 15, most empty their guns, so hungriest, anagram of their guns. Anagram I can do. 15 across, big dinner, interrupted by a tenor singing with a loud band. House. Tenor is the letter T normally, but singing in inverted commas is quite strange. Oh, okay, 5 down, ends in a D, that's not going to be that helpful. Stale chop you once fed to Edward. No. Yeah. Okay, so I'm going to have to cold solve something to get going again. 19 down. Threat to bumper crop. Boy left with pig food. Was that swill or oats? No, what's pig food? Mast? Don't know. 21 down. Writer say raised in suburb. Say could be e.g. turned upwards. Writer. No, don't know. 26. Journalist during trip to Mecca, headed west to this city. So that's Ed, is probably the journalist. And the Hajj, yes, Jeddah. So Hajj, H-A-D-G, with Ed in it. And heading west means right to left. Top bunk lined with Calvin Klein coat. Calvin Klein could be CK. I don't know. Threat to bumper crop. Boy left with pig food. Or writer say raised in suburb. Penge is a suburb of London. Penn is the writer, and as I said, E.G. is say. Unit of housing. Bungalow maybe? Block bung. Let allow with £1 having dropped out. 1L. Support for conductor saying all abroad. All, I thought it was tutti. Support for a conductor, podium or a plinth or a, I don't know. So the threat to bumper crop. Boy left with pig food. Lad. Just don't know. 13. Top bunk. Bosch. Left. Macintosh. Main tosh lined with CK. That gives us that spelling of Macintosh, a coat. British general in the driver's seat in World War II transport. I should know something like that. Support for conductor saying all aboard. Oh, all aboard, not all abroad. Support. I just don't know. Oh well, let's go with that. The big dinner. Interrupted by tenor singing. High tea? That's not a big dinner quite, is it? Crikey. Okay, up to the top. 4 across. Walk around at edge of herd or pass through. To walk could be amble or trot, stroll. Don't know the right synonym there. Stale chart. Oh, you once could be thou or thee. Out, housed. I don't quite know that. 6 down. Oh yes, that's this 6 McRae's 1 mixed. So grill. Oh, cross-examine. That meaning of grill. Cross-examine is an anagram of 6 McRae's 1. So that can go in. That's a useful help with quite a lot of letters. Now, come on, I must be able to do this corset glue anagram. G must go somewhere near the start, obviously. Gloucester. So it's reference to the tale of the Tailor of Gloucester by Beatrix Potter. Wow, where I don't know the details well enough. Gent, a little short. Beds, elderly, rich blonde. So that's gent without its T, putting old in it to give golden. Introduce law. This must be lactose, surely. It's a sugar. Is it a sugar? Yes, it is a sugar. But then I suppose anything ending in OSE is a sugar. Act. Yes, so you put act in lose. That's introducing a law to reduce. Now, I still want this to be earns, is on. Ears are audio equipment in a way. I think that probably is earns. 9 across. Business, concern, finally failing, 2. So conserve 2 gives us concerto. So that is earns. I'm not quite sure I understand the definition is on. Oh, if you're on a salary of £20,000, that's what you earn. Heroine left on the Titanic. Rose starts to imagine Atlantic. Left on the Titanic is port, i.e. nautically, and then the starts of Imagine and Atlantis are IA. Portia's the heroine of The Merchant of Venice. 12 across, 40-30. Fault on return makes game. It looks like a wonderful, and it is tennis. Why is it tennis? Sin backwards. A net. Oh, 10, 40 minus 30. That's beautiful. What a clever clue. Big dinner interrupted by tenor singing with a loud band. Heart. Heath. 10 across. Painter's son going round the bend in church. Painter could be a rope. Sun going round the bend in church. Scarce, arc, and S and C. It's probably looking for the name of a painter instead. Walk around edge of herd or pass through. Thread. Tread around H being the edge of herd. Double act, one that never took off. Dodo, it's do twice, so double act. It's clever. Painter's son going round the bend in church. Claude. Claude Monet? Son. Can't quite see that. Stale chop, you once fed. Hue, I want to be chopped, but that doesn't really work. There's no room for thou or thee anymore. Chop, you once fed to Edward. Crikey, there's some tough clues left in this. Big dinner, hearty meal. Interrupted by a tenor. So metal, heavy metal. Heavy meal, interrupted by the letter T. Tenor. That's clever as well. There are some good clues here. So hackneyed would fit, and that means stale. Chop is hack, and you once is ye. That was much more obvious. Now, painter's son, Claude would still fit, but I just don't really get it. Sun going around the bend. That could be mad, but in church. So I want it to end in an E, because it's something in church. Sun going round the bend. What am I missing there? Paint sun going round the bend. It's possible, I just don't know enough painters. I mean, surely Claude Monet is at least possible. Anyway, British general in the driver's seat in World War II transport. Cockpit? I don't know. Support for conductor saying all aboard. On can be aboard. So saying all. Pylon. And that is this pylon, which is a support for something electrical, so I suppose a conductor. Threat to bumper crop. Boy left with pig food. Threat to bumper crop. Boy left with pig food. Again, I just don't really know what I'm looking at. British general. You see, I'm feeling that here I'm failing on 2 bits of general knowledge. A British general that would fit, and the driver's seat in World War II transport. In the driver's seat, maybe that's okay. In what? 2 letters for World War II transport. A V5 or something? I don't know. Threat to bumper crop. Boy left with pig food. Don't know if you can be lad anymore. Son. Threat to bumper. Crop boy. So take the end off a boy. So B-O. So a bollard is a threat to a bumper. And you get L for left and lard for pig food. Okay. British general. So bike. The general in the driver's seat in World War II was Ike Eisenhower. Whoa, that's hard. Right, and this painter's son going round the bend in church. Could it be Claude? Could you include Claude as painter just because it's Monet's first name? Jewel going round the bend. I don't know. Would it tell me if I'm right? Yes, solved. That's a very hard finish. I don't really quite understand that. Maybe Lord is a specific church term for something that I don't know. Or maybe I'm just missing something there. Do please fill in the comments and explain that clue fully to me, because I'd be interested. We're seeing golden thread across the top, which looks like it's a bit of a Nina, and tennis and ash is very relevant to Worcester, in fact to Wimbledon at the moment. Got Gloucester Road, in fact, down the first run of downs. Dodo McIntosh, I have a feeling that she's a character possibly in Woodhouse. Dodo McIntosh, no, she's somebody. Certainly come across that name somewhere. So there's certain things going on here. Very interesting puzzle, really quite good fun, but I found that very tough. So something to learn from there. Thanks for watching. Hope you enjoyed cracking the cryptic with me.